So let's proceed to lesson 3, which is the line graph. So line graph is useful in presenting data that indicate changes over a period of time. Usually, this line graph or the data like changes in temperature, income, population, and the like can be represented or can be presented by a line graph. It is more on a period of time. We have a line graph. Data are represented by points and joined by line segment. We already discussed the definition of points and line segments in the third quarter. So these are the compositions of the line graph. So we have the vertical scale. So on the vertical scale, it is found the quantity of the frequency. Then take note that quantity is the total amount of number. We have the horizontal scale. The horizontal scale is found the time, dyan yung hours, days, weeks, months, and years, or the categories. Okay, so it is on horizontal part. The composition in the vertical and horizontal scale changes depending upon the given situation. So let's have this example. It is almost end of the school year. So as a deserving student, you are requested by the guidance counselor to pass your grades in the core subjects. So ano-ano ba yung core subjects? Core subjects are English, Filipino, Mathematics, and Science. So you are asked to submit your grades. So English 94, Filipino 93, Mathematics 95, then Science is 92. So how to make a line graph by yourself? Step 1. Write the frequency on the vertical scale and place the time or categories in the horizontal scale. So take note that the line graph should have a title, labels on both the horizontal and vertical scales, and heading for each scale. Next, our step 2, plot and connect each data from the graph. So, grades in core subjects, that is the title of our data. So, grades in the core subjects of third quarter. Then, we have here the grades. So, as you can see, we have here the heights. But, that must be wrong, no? Because that is not heights. Instead, it is, napansin nyo ba yun? It is subjects or the core subjects. So, instead of heights, you must change. Ayan. So, palitan nyo ito. That is not height. So, ano yung ipapalit dyan? It must be subjects or core subjects. Core subjects. Okay, that must be core subjects. Okay, then plot it one by one. So English 94, Filipino 93, Mathematics 95, then Science is 92. Then connect the points. Let's have here the table below shows the favorite fruit of 80 boys in grade 7 classes. Draw the line graph showing the given data. There's 2 are done for you. So we have banana 25, durian 5. So as you can see, the interval, we use multiples of 5. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Then label, of course you must write the title, favorite fruit of 80 grade 7 classes. Then we have the fruits, the label, and we have the number of students. Okay, after you plot, you must connect the points. Next, let's have the histogram. So a histogram is a graph that displays quantitative data by using continuous vertical bars or bar graph of various heights represent the frequency of the classes. The nature of histogram is a bar graph with no spaces between. So the difference between the histogram and the bar graph, there is no spaces sa histogram, no? Histogram are used to summarize large data sets graphically and compare measurements to specification. So these are the parts of histogram. So we have the title. So kung papansin ninyo, all graphs has a title. Title, the vertical y-axis and the horizontal x-axis. The vertical y-axis is the scale that shows you the number of times the values within the interval. Then the x-axis or the horizontal axis shows you the scale of values in which the measurement fit. So it is in a scale. So like 1 to 5, 6 to 10, it is in scale. Next, we have the bars. The bars have two important characteristics, the height and the width. So the height represents the number or times the values within the interval, and the width represent the length of the interval covered by the bar. It is the same for all bars. So same with a bar graph, you should have the same width, no? Width of bars. Dapat kung payat, puro payat. Kung mataba, mataba. Yon. So dapat pare-pareho. Okay? So that is histogram. So the following is the data in a tabular form on the collection of shoes of 35 grade 7 students at ACE MNHS. So pair of shoes, 1 to 3 pair of shoes, we have 2, 3 to 5, 10, 5 to 7, 15, then 7 to 9, 8. So there are 35 students. So using the table, use the given data. With 35, let us see 2 plus 10, 12, plus 15, 27, plus 8, 35. The total is 35. Okay, next. Step 2 is place the data intervals along the horizontal axis. We have the data interval. Yun. So 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9. We have the same interval, no? 1 to 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Next. Step 3 is to mark the number of frequency on the vertical axis. Note, we use multiples of 5 for this data. The multiples we use in the number of frequency may vary depending on the given data. Again, the title of our graph, collection of shoes of 35 grade 7 student at ACE MNHS. Then this is the frequency 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. And of course, we have the interval. Ito interval natin. 1 to 3, 3 to 5, to 7, 7 to 9. Okay, so now, after having this table, next is 4 rectangles for each interval. The height of the rectangle tells the number of frequency for that interval. 10. Yan. Then, we have 5 to 7 must be in 15. Okay, it must be in 15. Ayan. The height must be. And 7 to 5 is in 8. So, malapit sa 10 because yun. Okay, anyways, we use a ruler to have a clear representation of histogram, bar graph, line graph. Illustrate horizontal histogram, observe the next graph using the same given in the previous example. So same with bar graph, it can be horizontal histogram or vertical histogram. The position is also interchange, no? So we have the interval 7 to 9, 5 to 7, 3 to 5, 1 to 3. Then of course the frequency. The only difference is the position. Third day histogram, lesson 5 is ogive. Inside the box are words which are considered to be important terms in our lesson. Find this word in the puzzle. You may pause this video for better reading. Copy the puzzle in your mathematics notebook or in your paper. Then encircle the words. The first one is done for you. So hint, the words may be written in any direction. So the first word is polygon. Ayun ang polygon. So again, for better reading and for you to solve the puzzle, you may pause this video, copy the puzzle in your notebook or in your paper. Then later, after you answer, you check your answers. If you encircle those words, then very good. Ang galing nyo. Malinaw pa ang mata nyo. Nakita nyo ang mga term na hinahanap natin. So when we say ogive, is a line graph where cumulative frequency of each class is plotted against the class boundary. An ogive graph is a type of frequency polygon that shows cumulative frequency. These are the parts of an ogive. So we have the title. So the title identifies the population or sample, vertical or y-axis. Then we also have horizontal x-axis. Then we have the curve. Vertical or y-axis is the scale which is used to identify the cumulative frequency. Horizontal x-axis, the scale which is used to identify the upper or lower class boundaries. Then curve is rising or falling. It can be a rising or a falling curve, which is used to determine how many data values lie above or below a particular value in a data set. This time, answer the assessment part of quarter 4, week 2. That is multiple choice numbers 1 to 10. Let me end with this. Every situation in life is a kind of chart, a graph of heart. That's all for this session. So stay safe and stay blessed. Bye!